And then, of course, you have the master's quarters. That's the owner of the inn. Babysparrows herself. Hello, everyone. Have you ever just wanted to take a hot bath? No, we're just kidding. Welcome back to Minecraft episode 24, where we've got some changes happening here. So my wonderful wife has hopped on the server finally, now that her hand is healed up, and she was actually pretty disappointed in the state of affairs of the spawn chunk, and just really because everybody had kind of been working on their own stuff. So she has so kindly taken control of the spawn in order to get it whipped into shape for new players to join, and that's what we're going to be checking out now, is the spawn chunk, just as soon as I jump out of this mine. You can tell that that's where the work has been, because it hasn't been on putting stairs in this mine. Just kidding. Okay, so here is our spawn chunk. Look at this. It's starting to look really nice here. So for frame of reference, the portal is over here, the spawn portal. And you can see, oh, there's an Enderman flashing around down there. You can see that things have definitely changed. So first, let's go ahead and check out this structure. So this is Big Beef Farms Incorporated, and I think this is just a gloriously large cow farm here. We're gonna check it out. Lots of space. And then similarly, it's 2 stories, so you know, just in case you can't get enough lag and beef at the same time, you can really stuff this thing full of cows. Luckily, though, we're checking it out while it's somewhat empty, so we won't be bogging down the system. Oh goodness, just get out of my way! Ah, okay. It's a pretty neat design. I like the fence, how you can just see through it all. It's pretty cool. What do we have here? Oh, wow. Look at all that. I'm going to grab some of this leather, actually. Okay. Now we head over here. Now, one of the things we want is for the spawn area to be for new players, you know? So we have the Sparrow's Nest in here. And here's just a place for people to settle and, you know, seek refuge from the rain, warm yourself by the fire. Oh, look, what have we here? Hold on. Oh, it's got a basement. That's right. I'd totally forgotten about this. We'll have to put, like, some casks of goodness down there, some chests and such. Well, here we have the kitchen, which I guess we're not stocked up yet. Oh, we got some goodies. Here, probably, my inventory is just full of nonsense here. So I think what we can do, we can go ahead and get some of that food cooking. That way there's some food ready to go for people when they're hungry. Oh, yes, we have the lodging accommodations, with little personal storage for each bed, just in case you're working here at the spawn and you need a place to sleep, because this area is going to be a metropolis here pretty soon. And we've got some more stuff to check out. Over here is where we have our little glassed-in patio. I think we're going to do a lot of flowers and goodness in here. Some flower pots and decorations, and then of course you have the master's quarters. That's the owner of the inn, Babysparrows herself. And then up here we have an attic with more storage room. A little cauldron. This is a really neat building. I like it a lot. I especially like the fireplace. And this glass patio I think is going to look really cool. We get some flowers in there. I like how it's sort of set up like an open bay barracks with a chest near every bed. And yeah, it's really great. It feels like a tavern. I'm pretty sure she's going to continue decorations, but so far it is really something. And then we have this front patio here. Zombie pigman wandering out of our portal. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Oh, bring it. Nobody's worried about you. Okay, excellent. Spawn chunk is really coming along. We've got this neat pathing system here and all these pillars. I like those. I especially like that. The sun kind of sets right between them. And then, yeah, over here we have the community farm, which has been fleshed out a little bit. We've got ourselves potatoes and, uh-oh, hold on. We don't even have a hoe over here. This little corner needs to be fixed. That's okay. And it's two-tiered. Look at that. With carrots over here. Very cool. If we follow the path in this direction, it connects over here to where I had placed the community stables. A little bit towards Sora's place. And then I think over here, this used to be Snake's old home. But now actually Rainbowity has taken it over. Pretty cool. We'll check that out later when we get permission. Let's see, what else? We also have, I guess this would be the wheat farm for Big Beef Farms Incorporated. And it looks like the ShadowCat has set up a merchant's area, like an open marketplace. Yeah, the ShadowCat shopping court. Books and hooks, bows and clothes, pretty neat. Let's check it out. Uh-oh, creeper, hold on. Got to get that gunpowder. I don't need these sticks. Okay. Back to the ShadowCat shopping court. Ugh, get this sheep off the ender chest. Skeleton horse. 4 gold ingots per horse. Just in case you wanted to have your very own named skeleton horse, you can buy them here. They are not happy about being in this little pen. But it's a pretty neat thing to be selling. I think that's pretty cool. And then let's see, over here we have I don't see the sign here. What is this? ShadowCats do not take. Oh, okay. Because the reactor is gone. Yeah, the reactor is gone. It was starting to fail. It had a malfunction. So over here we have, this is the bows and clothes area. And then over here we have books and hooks, the fishing and enchanted books of different value. So it looks like you've got lower value on this side, higher value on this side. Pretty neat stuff. Then over here we have some kind of castle fortress. I don't know what this building was intended for. I think it was just built for residential, but what I was using it for was as a guard post to keep the unwanted spawns, mob spawns, rather, out of the spawn chunk, because we had lighting issues originally, and there were creepers and such, and I was just sniping them from up here. So I think it worked pretty good as like a little garrison for the spawn chunk. And that's all the stuff that's been happening in the spawn chunk in the last few days. It's quite a bit. It's going to keep going. So my contribution to the spawn chunk, we're going to make a giant map room, and also maybe a smithery to help people with starting equipment, but also to sell endgame equipment. Not sure on the location for those things yet. We're going to let Babysparrows take care of all of that, as she's pretty much single-handedly now mapping and charting out where everything in this spawn area is going to go. That being said, I think it's time we went back home and dropped off all the stuff out of our inventory so that we can start talking about what is going to be on the docket for us. Because now that spawn is really starting to happen, we need to make sure we're contributing as well. So we're going to take the minecart system to our port, sort our inventory out, and then come up with a plan for the next few episodes. Oops. Okay, well, we'll fix that later. We're gonna have to take a minecart from here and take it back over there. All right, well, let's go get our inventory sorted out. So I'm still in the process of getting the inventory straight, but I wanted to show off. We've changed this a little bit, so the confessional is really been changed now at the recommendation of Babysparrows here, that we have an actual log. So you're supposed to list. Oh, here you go. Rainbowvity borrowed an enchanting book with Fortune 3 and Knockback 2. Oh, and then said, never mind, I want to get the enchanted book myself. But this is where if you need to have something and you can't donate, you could just write down here what you took and say you're sorry that you couldn't donate. But as you can see, what I really wanted to show is we've actually been receiving some donations lately, which is really great. So we have all this cobblestone because everybody knows that I ran out building the highway. We got some rail, which is going to be really good when we go to the nether. And then a gold ingot, some blocks of redstone. That's just handy stuff to have. So let's go ahead and we'll head on down. We will sort out our donations from our donation chests. And then we'll continue getting our inventory squared away and in order. Look at that, getting all of our cobblestone back. It's almost like we never had a shortage of it in the first place. And now we've got tons of redstone, coal, iron. We're really starting to get inflated with materials, which is very good. And we're going to empty out all of this here. Wonderful. Okay, so let's go get everything sorted. Can I continue on? Okay, so as there are roughly 2 types of exploration that we're going to be doing, we're actually going to be gearing up for smaller scale exploration in an attempt to better define the maps of the surrounding area so that we can get a map room established, but not the deep exploration where we're going to be trying to tag rare biomes far away and build little outposts there. That's going to come later. So as you can see, I have kind of prettied this up a little bit. I hollowed this out so that when you walk into the room, it's a little more impressive as you can look up and see it instead of being tucked into this little thing where you had this stone blocking your vision, so that you can appreciate the scale of it a little better. Also, I added this little maintenance hatch. Also, I added this little maintenance hatch here for redstone engineers, so that you can come back and see how it goes, but also so that you know that this area really isn't just to be, there's nothing of value back here. It's all just a lot of redstone and guts and ugliness and inner workings. And, when I do my redstone, I like to have everything that's facing what people are going to see, looking very pretty, and then I'll put a little hatch somewhere so that if you do want to access the guts of it, you can, and then you know what you're getting into when you do. Why do I have 9 golden apples? No, we're not going to take 9 golden apples with us. What we're going to need are compasses, maps, potions, and all those types of things. So let's take a look at the potions that we have available. We're probably going to need at least 1 slow falling, if not 2. Probably a potion of leaping. I would say some night vision. All of these seem like sure things. In fact, I don't know if we're going to take the potions of swiftness. Water breathing, I don't really need that. Not for what we're going to be doing. But we might just leave this stuff here for others. And actually, yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and we'll get on some potion crafting right here and now. So let's, oh my. Are we really running low on glass bottles? I know I have some in the room with the cauldrons, but those are for people that need potions ready to go. There a spider somewhere? What's going on? This is unacceptable. There better not be a spider crawling around on my house. Ooh. You go down. That's right. I think we're going to take some pets with us to explore. That'll be fun, and we're absolutely going to make sure we have plenty of food, which we have some beef thanks to Big Beef Farms Incorporated. And there should be a stack of maps, actually. Let's go ahead and bounce down here. I think we put them... Yes, we've got 14 empty maps and some empty locator maps. We probably don't need that many empty locator maps, though. Really, mostly we're going to be using empty maps, unless we want the map to indicate where stuff is, and that won't always be the case. Glass. I had totally forgotten why we went up there. Nope, nope. We need some glass, and... Most of our glass has been relocated. So we're actually going to smelt some right now. And I'm going to continue to get some of our affairs in order and bring you right back. All right, well, we've just been doing a little bit of fishing while our glass has been, or our sand has been smelting into glass. So let's go ahead and grab all of this goodness out here. In fact, we're going to switch over to our Silk Touch pick so we can get some repair on it. There we go. Okay, so now we have plenty of glass. Let's drop off all of these little extra things we fished up that we don't really need. It doesn't really belong in there, but we're going to put it there anyways. Ugh, this chest is quickly turning into the junk chest. And it's going to need some organization. Our long-term storage is getting a little crowded, needs a little better organized. That's okay. Let's go down and we're going to make our potions and get ready for our trip. Now, the deep exploration, where we go really far into the map and look for areas to set up new outposts or even a place to do our final build, not final, but just our first really big build where we try to do something akin to what you would do in creative. We're going to do that. In survival, it's a lot easier to do once you have shulker boxes, and of course the exploration is much easier once you have elytra. So what we'll be doing is likely pushing into the end before we do any large-scale exploration, but this is just to get a map of the local area up in a place with a little more detail. This 4 out of 4 map is good for navigation in your hand, but we want something where people can actually look at a map and determine where stuff is and what it is. And so let's see, we're gonna need probably not that many bottles, most likely. And I think for now we'll just throw the glass in there, as well as these maps, free up a little bit of our inventory space. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. So let's start making some potions. And we need one more. Very good. Okay. We always got to start with the nether wart and start thinking we're going to take some slow fall potions and probably need some more fireproof potions as well. I don't know if I'm going to worry about the night vision. I wouldn't mind some leaping potions. Probably don't need the speed potions though. I think slow fall, we're going to need slow fall more than anything else if I had to guess. Night vision would be handy, because we are going to be traveling at night, and we're not going to want to sleep every single night. That won't always be a thing, so... 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just going to be juggling these potions around here for a little bit. Probably do need to make some more fire. Well, I have a fireproof potion. I don't plan on going around a ton of lava. 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to put in, let's see, night vision. Right, and then we're going to take the slow falling, and we'll go ahead and go with the redstone. Increase its duration. Keep those going. I think we will end up going with some fire resistance potions just because we need some, right? We'll take this night vision, we'll put it over here to give it an increased duration. And then we're going to make some more leaping potions. Well, mostly because we can, but they can make traveling mountains much easier. So there's no reason, I don't think there's a reason not to. All right. So let's go ahead and I think we're going to hold on to all of these potions here actually. 3 night vision, 3 slow falling. I think that's a safe bet. What we're not going to hold on to are the fire resistance potions. I think in order for the potion of leaping to be helpful, it needs to be with the glowstone, in my humble opinion. All right, these fire resistance potions we're going to stock up back in here because these have been getting used. Potion of healing, regeneration, I don't think we need those as much. I think we'll leave those be. And then, of course, we have our potion of leaping. Then we're going to put all of our extra bottles back because we don't need them. And then we're going to leave these potions here primed for the next time so they're ready to go. The next thing we're going to need is paper, and lots of it. So let's start converting sugarcane to paper. We're just going to keep doing this. All right, and then we're going to make some empty maps. Come on, come on. Empty maps. There we go. More paper. More paper. And more empty maps. Okay, at this point, we have lots of empty maps. We have some empty locator maps. Let's go ahead and store these in there. And we're going to need to make some more compasses in case we need to transfer any other maps into locator maps. And then I think what we're going to do, let's see, if we make 16 compasses, I would think that would be plenty. One would think. Get a little more iron, though. Still not quite enough iron. I guess we'll just take the rest of that. Bad math. There we go. 16 compasses, and we'll put this iron bar back. We don't really need to keep iron bars on us for anything anymore. So we'll put the compasses here. And then we need to transfer all of this stuff out of our ender chest so that we have more storage for what we're going to do. So I think we're going to go ahead and find a good spot to store all of our stuff out of our ender chest so we can empty it out. That way we have plenty of space. This is the junk drawer. I'm just going to double down and we're just going to commit that is the junk drawer. We're going to leave our 4 out of 4 map behind. We don't need it. And these chests as well. Lead, I think we'll hold on to the lead. And the minecart we're going to drop off when we travel back. Okay, let me get our ender chest squared away. And then we'll likely be ready to showcase how we're going to do this. Alright, at this point we have our ender chest nice and cleaned out, able to hold a lot of our map copies, and the reason I do this is so that we have a place to store the maps after we make them while we explore, so that should anything happen to us, despite the fact that we will lose a lot of goodness, we won't lose the actual maps and their data, as there will always be a backup stored in a secure location. Sort of a habit I got into a long time ago, just because it can be aggravating to one extent. Like if I was to lose all my gear, let's just say, it would be bad, I would be sad, but it's not impossible to recover from. I've made a lot of duplicates of the most important stuff, and I have a lot of books left over and trading that we can do at the village now to recover. But that map data would be lost forever, and having to re-explore that is just it can be painful, especially when you're talking about multiple maps and lots of areas that have been explored. It can be a little disheartening at the thought of having to re-explore all of the same areas over again. So I'll never put myself in a position to do that. And because this map room is going to be based at spawn. Ooh, oh, don't you do that to me, you silly game. I think 3 minecarts here is good enough. We're going to head on over to spawn and start revealing maps, and we're going to build ourselves a little place to store them while we explore the area. So let's go ahead, we'll put this extra minecart in there. Now we don't really have a place picked out for the map room yet that I am aware of. But I want it to be sort of an observatory, and we're in this basin, so it either needs to be built like on a mountain or, I don't know, maybe a tower. I don't know if there's anything right here. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But we're going to go ahead and put a chest down right about here, or no, let's go find, there's more chests up here. Let's see if there's a sign somewhere so we can label what we're doing. I don't see any spare signs. Is that really a thing? No spare signs. Look at that. Skeleton attacking the guardhouse. See? Ooh, 2 of them. They've overtaken the fort. The guardhouse is under enemy control. No wonder it's so dark up here. There we go. Now that we've shed some light on the situation a little bit, hopefully that won't be a thing again. Goodness. Let's just make double sure. All right, good. Yes, I'm good with this. Now, since we don't have a sign, let's go ahead. We'll swing into the inn here. We'll just borrow a crafting table. Crafting table. Borrow a crafting table, and we'll just make ourselves a little bit of a sign. Boop. There we go. Then I think we can store the excess in here, because we don't need them. And the sticks, they can be for whoever. The bones, sure. And then I think we're just going to... We're going to have to figure out where we want this map room to be. I suppose that would be step 1, but we can start uncovering the maps before we designate where they're going to be. So let's go ahead, we'll just put it here. Ooh, skeletons. It's a full-blown skeleton invasion in the spawn chunk. Not acceptable. Need more lights. And then we'll just put the sign that says, this chest reserved for map storage. Do not take, please. No, too much. Okay, so how about just, let's simplify it. Reserved for map storage. Do not take, please. Thanks. And this is where we'll put all of our excess items here that we're going to use for the map room. And I think that's going to be the end of it. We're going to go back and get some more paper. But I believe this is likely a good place to wrap up this episode 24. We got to show off the spawn chunk a little bit, and we prepared for our map making journey, which is what the next series of episodes are going to be. A little bit of extra information. I'm actually going to be out of town for a bit in the next couple of weeks. So the idea is that we're going to go ahead and do a series of episodes in a row all about exploration and revealing the map. There will be minimal playtime in between each episode, and it'll be mostly focused on exploring the sites around our starting area and making notes of areas of interest in order to have videos for the time while I'm gone. So it'll be a little different than you're used to. I hope that's all right, but when I get back, things will return to normal. And we'll likely be looking to go into the end shortly thereafter, I would suspect. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a good time watching, because as always, I've had a good time playing. Be sure to hit that like button if you have had a good time watching, and subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't already done so. That way I can see you next time. But until next time, take care.